Hi everybody, I'm Carol with Free Spirit Arts. So Robin, this video is for you. And so I'm playing with the Memory Keeper's envelope punch board. And what I'm going to do today has been inspired not by my own imagination. I watched I'm a Cool Mom. And I watched Septeria 18. She is a pro at this, so if you want to be inspired, she has more on there than what I'm going to do today. So the first thing I'm going to do is this little Hummer because it's giving me a migraine. It's not going to do that for you. It's just me. I just couldn't get my head wrapped around it. So this is, she's calling this a gatefold pocket with tags. So you have a tag here, and then you have a tag here. Okay? Now I have not finished these, you know, like I would round that corner. I would round these corners. I would embellish these tags. But I wanted to just get the basics down. And so you can embellish this however, you know, however you want. But I thought this was adorable. This isn't really what I was going to make. I was going to make something totally different, but this just was so cute. It's kind of like folding a little box. It's like the top of the cereal box. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Look at what I wasted trying. Yeah. It just kicked my trash. Just totally kicked my trash. All right, so here's your supply list. You will need 1 3.5 by 9 cut paper, okay? Then you will need 3.5 right here by 4 cut. Then you will need 3.5, or no, I'm a lion, 3.25 by 3. And actually, that's this one. So it's 3.25, or actually this way, 3.25 by 3. Okay. Then you need one at 1.5 by 1.75. And we're going to score that down the center, but we can do that later, okay? Okay, get all those cut. If you're like me, you've already turned me off. Turn me back on again. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to take your 9-inch long one, right? And we're going to score this at 2.5. I didn't sound very sure of myself, did I? It's because I'm not. Okay, 2.5. I normally just love, I think her name's Sandy, and I did 2.5. I love the way she explains things, so simple. But this video she did, I don't know. I think she'd just done so many of them that she assumed we knew. Okay, so we've scored each side at 2.5, each end, right? So let's fold this, crease her. I don't know why my edges aren't straight ever. And I think what I want is I think I want the red on the outside. And the polka dots on the inside. So far it looks right, but I'm not making any guarantees. Now, get your punch board out. Take the short side, so that's the, what is it, 3.5? Yeah, take your 3.5 side, short side, See on your scoreboard this arrow where it says envelope score groove, and then it has an arrow? You're going to line your paper up at the end of the arrow. Okay? See the arrow? We're going to go at the end of the arrow. Push it all the way up, right at the end of the arrow, and punch it. Okay? Turn it over. Line it up at the same place, the end of the arrow, and punch it. Okay? Now, I'll tell you at the end. Do the other end, the other short side. At the end of your arrow, flip it over, end of the arrow, punch it. Okay, now if you have a pattern paper where there's an up and a down, you're going to want to decide at this point whether you want it this way or this way, because you're going to take your scissors and one side is going to be your tab side and the other side is going to be the tuck side. So I'm going to make this my tab side, so I'm just going to cut off my flanges. And the smoother you cut those off, the better it'll fit. So this is my tab. So on this side, I don't want a tab. I want just the opposite. You feel me? See how it goes? It should fit just like that. Now, it won't flatten. So she says, push it down in the center, go out and score it. Okay, now it fits flat and it stays. And I think that's why it doesn't stay at first. She wants you to get the latch done and then push it down because it's a little more forgiving. Okay, now you take your next largest size, which is 4 by 3.5. Okay, you take your one of the 4 side, which is this side, and you stand it up, and on the this is how I had to do it. I did this several times. I did not understand what she was saying, but this works. Put your 4 side, your 4-inch at the top, okay? And then score 1/4 of an inch in on all the other 3 sides. So on your 3.5, what is it? Yeah, 3.5 sides. And then on one 4-inch side, just keep turning it around, and then again on a 3.5-inch side. So you have 3 scores. See? Let me get my fussy cutting scissors. Now, you see the score lines? You see them right here? But this is not scored. So take your scissors and just cut your corners on the ones that have 2 score lines, and on this one it's just less bulk. You're just taking the corners off. So it looks like that. Now how do I want this to be? I think I want it to be this side up. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it. Can I just tell you how proud I am right now that I remembered this? I always have my bottom out because if not, it seems like the tag gets stuck. Okay. And the other thing she did, and you can do this if you'd like, is take the center and put a notch in there. Right in the center. Okay? You with me so far? Okay, so we've probably, most of us, I'm going to cut, see how this is crimping up right here? That's why you cut these pockets, and I mean cut the corners, and I didn't cut that one enough. Much better. I'm just going to cut this one too because it's trying to bend the paper. It won't hurt a thing, but it'll make it a lot cleaner pocket. Now I'm going to get my gatefold pocket open, and I'm going to put some glue right here. On all three sides. So that's one of the other things that you can do with your envelope punch board, is to punch that notch, and you can use that for like your, you know, your tags or whatever. Decide where you want your pocket. I might try to center this and get it straight just to show off a little bit. Maybe. If it's crooked, that means I decided not to. Okay. Polka dots and polka dots. I'm using some of this scrap paper that I might not otherwise use. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit now for a minute. Okay, so now we have that. Okay, now we take which one? I can't remember which way this goes. Let's see. Yeah, it goes like that. Okay. Where's my punch board? So now you take your 3 1/4 by 3, and you take the longest side, which is your 3 1/4, and you want to put it in the center, however close to center you can get it. I want to make sure I'm right. No, on this one that's not right. You want it at, this part you can do whatever you want, but you really want to put this edge right here. I believe it's at 1/4 inch. We're going to say that's where it's at. We're going to try the theory that you can do whatever you want to. So this one, I'm going to also put 1/4 inch. No, I'm not. I'm going to put this right in the center. I'm going to put this right in the center. Oh, that'll be perfect. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm making a tab, okay? Now I'm just going to take my scissors and cut this as straight as I can, and I am going to take and round that, okay? Okay, so now I've made a tab. This is not exactly how she did it, but this is what makes sense to me. So here's your tag, and you have a tab that sticks out. Okay, now take your other square one. This was 3 1/4 by 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one is, oh, my measurements are wrong. Where's my cheat sheet? Yeah, one of them is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and one is 3 1/4 by 3. So this one is our 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, I'll read you those at the end too, because it's confusing, and I very well might have made a mistake, but I don't think so. So we have this tab right here. So I'm going to have the tab over here, or in the middle or somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up at 1/4 of an inch, punch it, turn it over, and line it up. I know that this is where my punch is, so I'm deciding where I want it, and I'm thinking like, you know, right here-ish. So I'm going to put that in the center, because you can put it wherever you want. See? Then cut off your sides. Ooh. Let's, just for giggles, let's make that a little straighter. And a little flatter. Okay. I want to corner these. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. And this has the corner rounder. And I like the way it rounds the corner. I don't know if it'll do that one. Not sure how I would get that in there. Could have done it beforehand. I don't even think I can do that with my other one. Okay. Got my round corner. Okay. Now, before I decorate it, I can do it either way. Now, I have 2 file folder type tabs. I think I want this one in front of this one. I think. Let's see. Well, first of all, I want to round these corners. So cute. Yeah, I think I want the smaller one inside. Yeah. And you can pull them up so that they're, you know, a little more noticeable. Okay. Now, what she did was she also took your little card that you've got left. That's 1 1.5, which is this side, by 1 3/4. Score it in half. Then, oh, I don't remember what she did. I believe she centered it right down the middle. We're going to see if that's true. And it is. Turn it over. Now you have a tab, another tab. So you could, that's what she did on this second one. So I could do it even this way. Make it even funner. I think I will. It's a little cuter, different than the other one. Yeah, I forgot about this little one. But you know, you can see you don't have to. You can punch it or you can just make a tab. I'm going to lift it up a little bit. I'll go ahead and trim it. When you have pattern paper, you got to be careful because, you know, you have to know what side, what front, all that jazz. I kind of deliberately picked paper that it wouldn't really matter. Can't believe those stripes are straight, but they are. Oh, this is a cute little gift card. Cute. That's just cute right there. You could do so much with this thing. Okay, I'm going to move on because there's a couple more things. So you see how it is, right? I didn't do it exactly like her, but that's it. And here's the other one that I made. Okay, I hope I got all the parts and pieces. Okay, I'm not going to embellish it. You guys know how to do that. All right. I have to get cleaned up because I won't be able to think. Truth be known. The clutter goes right to my brain. Okay. So we've done that. This one is just an envelope. I'm going to go ahead and do it because I probably watched, I don't even know how many people with their envelope punch boards before it sunk in. And I know it's the numbers thing that gets me. Maybe it's not that way with you guys. So, first of all, this is how you start. You can pick any size paper you want and do it that way. This just tells you if you're looking for an exact size, because I know that because I've done it, because I didn't understand this. So let's pick, this is a piece of scrap, and it is way too long. So let's pick, it tells you if your card size is this, you can choose from any of these. And if your card size were 2 by 3.5, you would pick a 5 and an 1/8 paper. The one I just did was, I think this one was this one. So we'll pretend that our card size is 2.5 by 3.5. That's about tag size, sort of. So let's say our paper has to be 5.5. Let's get that cut first. So 5.5 is what I need. And I think that's right there. And they only give you one number because the paper has to be square. So it's 5.5 by 5.5. There's our paper. And this is not the one I just did, I don't think. Okay. Going back here to 5.5. My punch guide, can you see it? Is 2. Right there, it says 2. Okay, what they're telling you is that's 2 inches mark. So you take the 2-inch mark, punch. I have to remember to punch first or I forget. And then you score on this line, which coincidentally fits right inside this. Right inside this groove. This is the part that used to foul me up every time. That's the last time you're going to use the 2-inch mark. Take this groove, turn it around until it fits on envelope score line A. And you do that every time. Line it up right there, punch. Put your needle in this groove and score. That's all we care about now, is this line and that thing. Turn it again until your new score line fits. Right there. Punch. You can punch after if you forget, but I've done that too. That's how I know. Okay? Did I punch? Okay, I did. Good job, Carol. Okay. The next one fits right on the score line. Punch. And put your score in the groove. Is that right? Yeah. Keep going around this score line. Match it up. Punch. Score. Did I do it? It's a miracle. Okay, can you see it? So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the cutest little envelope. I think it's perfect size for a gift card. Not sure, but what I did with this one is I got, you know, where I figured it would be, and then I fold them down. I do this on the other envelopes too, because I just don't like the tab. Sometimes I do. That's not true. Sometimes I do. This one I'm going to cut off, but usually I glue it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you could cut this down too. I didn't on that one because I wanted you to see how it hung. Okay. There's your envelope. You just glue it. Can you guys hear my husband's music below me? He is busy, busy. You can do this the other way, which would actually probably be better. I think I'm gonna wait now that I've got glue on that. Well, I can put something inside. So when you do it this way, put your glue on this, not on the big one, because it will glue on the inside. It's your envelope. You can do it however you want. I don't think there's a right or wrong. But I am going to not trust that I've got all the glue off of it. Cute, huh? That'd be so cute. These would be cute to send to a pen pal. Okay, I'm going to set it over here. All right, we're moving along. What time are we at? We're doing good. Okay. We've done this. And we've done this. I wanted to show you, I saved this just to show you, if you had anything, like say you were going to make it just a tag out of this, or like a bookmarker, you can just put it right in the center. Cute, huh? The other thing you could do is if you take this corner and put it in the center, it's going to chop it like that. Turn it over. And I'm not sure. I just lost my... groove, yeah. See, it makes a little tab like that. That'd hold a really nice eyelet. So those are two options you can do, okay? Just easy peasy. All right. In line with that, she showed how, in fact, everybody's got this. You can take your tags and put a different edge on them. You take your tag. Here's a tag. Put this in the center. Punch it. Turn it over. It matters if you turn it over. Punch it again. I think that's a cute, different way of doing a tag. Cute, huh? Okay. Should we do the mason jar? All right, I'll show you how. She says with confidence, but not really. You can, I have done these all kind of ways. Decide how long, what I do is decide last, but you can decide how long you want your mason jar or whatever it is that you're going to do. I put mine on 1/2 inch. Turn it over, go 1/2 inch, punch it again. Now, what makes it a mason jar is you ever so gently cut straight up. Just straight up. Now, I had mine, this one, like this, and I was going to just do it as a perfume bottle. But, you know, you don't have to. You can do it as a mason jar. So if you're going to be a mason jar, you would cut it smaller, right? And it's not going to do it. Around these edges just a little, because it's a jar lid. And then, because I'm not doing well at cutting a straight line, I'm going to use my cutter. So our mason jar would basically be about, you want it longer than it is wide, so it looks like a jar. Let's try that. My corner punch should fit that. I think I have some tape. Oh, I think I did that too short. Oh, I did. That's what I get for guessing. You don't have to put washi tape on top. It's so easy for me because the washi tape comes in so many cool patterns and colors. But I've seen, I think even I did it. I made toppers of my mason jars with cardstock. Oh, the plaid's on the plaid. And then tie it with some string. Cute, huh? So here's the one I was going to turn into a perfume bottle. And this one is just your standard mason jar. Fun, huh? Okay. So that's the basics of that. This is, they call it a bobbin. I made a bunch of these to wrap fabric around. So first, you decide how long you want it. So let's just play like I want mine pretty long. If you find a size you like, just write it down so that that's your reference, you know, so you kind of have a pattern. That's actually pretty straight. Okay, then go at, I believe if you, for this size, I think I'm going to try 2 inches. Turn it over 2 inches. Turn it over this way, 2 inches, 2 inches. Now, I'm going to take my scissor, try to make a seamless cut. Whoa. I have found that the longer the punches are apart, the better it looks. There's the beginning. You can just tuck it in here. There you go. Looks just like a dog bone. You could even round these more. I did that on one of them. I think I used washi tape and I rounded them like that. I just marked it with a pencil and took the edge off. And I think I kind of like that a little bit better. But that's the bobbin that everybody's talking about. And then this was just for me to show you that you can make a tab wherever you want. This right here, this corner right here, needs to be in the center right here. That's what that is. So wherever you want that as your beginning, and then you put it back in at your end, and the rest you cut off. Okay, so that was just to remind me to show you that. Okay, so this one, you know what, I just watched it once, and let's hope I remember. Let's just hope. So for this one, depending on what size you want your file folder, this actually would be really handy for making day planner pages, or if you're working on a project and you want all of the paper scraps and everything in one place because you know you're going to keep getting back to them, or if you've already made all the ephemera and you want to be able to get to it. Okay, so I grabbed some paper. I'm not sure this is going to fold super great, but we'll try it. Okay, let's see if I can remember. Now this one I have to trim the product band off. So you take the paper and you fold it in half minus ½ inch or so, about ½ inch. There's no need to score it. Just guess. You could score it if you really want to, but you do need to score your edge. I didn't mean score, I meant measure before, because you do want to score that edge, okay? Now you get your paper, your envelope maker, and you think, oh, first off, let me show you how I'm having second thoughts about this. The paper feels upside down to me. It feels like it should go this way, the way I did it. It feels like the tab should be under here. However, I put the pocket over there, so it has to go like this. You feel me? Okay. So decide where you want your pocket. I think I'm going to have my pocket over here. So open it up. Remember, this is going to make a notch. So I think I'll have it about right here. turn it over. How long do I want it? Here's the beginning of my tab. I think I'm going to have my tab be pretty long. Okay? Yeah, I think that'll work. Then you can get your paper cutter. That's what I did. I think she cut it with a ruler, or probably a craft knife would be the best idea, but crooked. Oh, crooked. So I'm just going to try to take that little tiny bit off and find out what's crooked about this. It's okay for me. It probably isn't okay for a lot of people, but it's okay for me. See how small it is, and then it gets, because I didn't fold it center. I maybe should have scored it. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the short side, and I'm gonna decide how big I want my pocket. I'm gonna say whatever that is. She didn't do this, but I find that it's better, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this down the center, which she did do that part. But I like taking just a sliver at a diagonal, wider at the beginning and thinner when it gets close to the crease. Just, I mean, a little more than a sliver, but not enough to really measure. That would would probably be a good crafting knife thing. And that, I don't think she did this either, but I like it, so I'm not even going to tell you where that went. Okay? Then, if you want to round your corners, now's the time to do it. Do I want to? No, I don't. I like these file folder pockets. I like them. I can think of tons of uses for them. Like putting one in your travel bag for your passport, your ID, your ticket, you know. Or I thought of when you're traveling for putting receipts in. Coupons. This one needs to be trimmed. Isn't that cute? I just love it. I think it's adorable. Cute. Okay, I venture to guess that that's what I know. Let's see if our envelope sealed and didn't seal shut. Ooh, it wants to. I saved it. Oh, that is just cute. I wonder if you could, nah. If you cut it right here, you probably could tuck it in, but I don't like it that way. All right, so this is what we made. We made these file folders. We made an envelope. We made this gatefold pocket with tags. We made a mason jar, or you could make a ketchup jar, you could make a mustard jar if you're making a picnic layout. There's tons of stuff you could do with that. That's our bobbin. This is a bigger bobbin. We made the edges on our tags. I use this now a lot, actually. And then this was just to remind you that you can move the tabs over any way you want. And this is your measurements. You probably won't be able to understand what it says. 3.5 inches by 9, cut that. Then score each end at 2.5. You need 1 3.5 by 4 cut, 1 3.25 by 3 cut. Those are your tags, right? And here's your tab that I omitted at first and then made it at the last. 1.5 by 1.75. So cut those. You could do 2 of those if you wanted to. Score it down the center, long ways, I think. I think so. Score it, and then you punch it on your punch board accordingly, okay? So I hope that was clear as mud. I am going to post their videos so you can watch them too. There's a ton more stuff you can do. I didn't make the bows. I'll never use them. Well, that's not true. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that because the one gal that made a bow, I thought it was adorable, and I was going to go make it. So who knows? I might. But these are some things I would not have thought of. Pardon me. So I hope, Robin, I hope that inspires you to do something fun that you hadn't counted on. Okay, I hope it's clear as mud. Let's all take care of each other. Bye for now.